bring in Florida Congressman Byron Donalds for some thoughts on this. So let's put up the scene at Lincoln Hospital in the Bronx over the weekend. You had hundreds of illegal migrants who were lined up outside. They were getting free health care. They were getting free food. They were even getting free phones. And some people take a look at this and they're outraged because they say, look, there are plenty of people in New York City who cannot make ends meet. Why are we taking care of illegal migrants? But here's the thing. I mean, they were dropped there in New York City with probably not much to their names. But then at the same time, you've got these towns on the border that are just crumbling under the crush of all of these illegal migrants. So a lot of people in the country look at this and say, well, you've got to take care of them, but then why can't you take care of other people? And I'm wondering, what are you thinking about all of this?
What I think is that if you have Democrat politicians, not just Joe Biden, but people like Mark Kelly of Arizona, Cortez Masto of Nevada, Mayor Adams of New York, Mayor Bowser of Washington, D.C., if they support this kind of a policy at our border, then they should be responsible for the consequences. You have border towns all throughout the southern border who never asked for a wide open border. Joe Biden wanted to do it. Democrat politicians have supported it. So they need to be the ones to pay for it. It's just that simple. If you have border towns bear the burden, while liberals in the Northeast get to ignore the problem that they created, you're only going to get more of a problem. What is happening is a political and humanitarian catastrophe. But this is brought to us by the Democrat Party. So these major blue cities, they should be the ones to have to deal with some of the burden being caused by their terrible border policy.
So the governors of Texas and Arizona, Greg Abbott and Doug Ducey, are coming in for criticism from Democrats for putting people on buses, and it's voluntary. People have to volunteer to go and then sending them to either Washington, D.C. or New York City. But at the very same time that these two governors are coming under criticism, the federal government, Congressman, is sending thousands of people on airplanes, buses, and other forms of transportation across the country to settle them in cities that are already overburdened when it comes to social services.
You're absolutely right. The federal government has been doing that since last February. If you've flown American Airlines or Southwest Airlines anywhere through the United States, there have been illegal immigrants who are on those planes. There is the Refugee Resettlement Office has been setting up all of this, but it's bigger than that. Joe Biden's border policy is subsidizing the drug cartels. The drug cartels are going to make $15 billion a year. And I don't hear Democrats complaining about migrants who are being trafficked into the United States by the drug cartels. I don't hear them complaining about the drug cartels making billions of dollars more per year. And I don't hear them complaining about the young girls who are being raped. And yes, I said raped in the journey of being trafficked by the drug cartels. When it comes to that, they got nothing to say because they want the open border policy. But when Abbott and Ducey send them to New York and D.C., now they're complaining. It is hypocrisy at its worst.
And the Washington Post editorial board basically sent a signal to Mayor Muriel Bowser of Washington, D.C., you better get ready because this isn't going to end. The editorial saying D.C. can't wish away migrant buses. The city must prepare for more. But, Congressman, there's another problem here. Some 250,000 unaccompanied minors have been resettled in this country, which, when they become adults, is going to put us in another crisis position where you have to decide what to do with them. Do you initiate deportation proceedings against them, or does this become DACA 2.0?
Look, in my view, you have to begin the process of deportation proceedings. Joe Biden's allowed for all of this, and it's not just him, like I said. You have Democrats in the Senate who've not lifted a finger to actually stop this problem. They encourage it. So what are you going to do? You're going to inundate the United States with millions of people through this reckless policy and then say, oh, oops, now we have to make them citizens or put them on a pathway to citizenship? That is a terrible policy. Nobody supports it. The Democrats can't pass it in Congress, so they're going to do it with the blunt force of no enforcement at the southern border, so everybody's got to deal with that question. Terrible politics, but this is what happens when you have a party committed to ideology as opposed to the facts on the ground and what it means in so many cities across the country.
Congressman Byron Donalds, always good to catch up with you from the great state of Florida. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.